Hello everyone, in this video I've prepared what I think is the fastest way to level to max level for your alt army. Before we start the actual route, there are some things you can prepare before logging on your alts. Now this is assuming on your main you have done the main quest and now you want to level all of your alts. I have another video on what to do at endgame and kind of what I think the most efficient leveling route is. It is definitely to complete the main story on your first playthrough and then have a much faster route for your alts. Now, before we get into the route, there are some things that you can prepare. So first off is collecting all of the dragon riding glyphs. There are many guides out there. The one on my channel is a bit outdated because they kind of changed some of the locations of the dragon glyphs, but you can get the handy notes add-on. Just collect these on your main after finishing the story, and then you will have all of these unlocked on your account. This will greatly speed up your leveling. The other tip is to still use enchanting and tailoring professions. You can pick them up in this first town while leveling. The reasoning for that is that in Dragonflight, all of these professions, when you craft your first craft, it actually gives a huge chunk of XP. So you can basically get 700k XP just from tailoring and enchanting, gathering the mats while you're leveling. So that's hugely efficient. You can also just buy this from the auction house. I think tailoring and enchanting mats will be relatively cheap even in the first few days, but I wouldn't really advise that with anything that uses herbs or ores because they'll be quite expensive, I would imagine. But again, check your auction house. Depending on when you're leveling, just leveling with professions might be the way to go. The other thing that I would say is if you followed my guide for your main character, then you will have enchanting leveled and you can send these Dragon Isle enchants to your alt. So you can get more speed or leech on your cloak, on your other items, and that will really be quite beneficial, I think. I also have a guide on my channel on the speed items, though I would say because you have dragon riding unlocked, these speed items are not very important. There are a couple of nice spots to gun shoes, so you can click on quest items with gun shoes, for example, or you can use like the Rednex control gem to pull a bunch of mobs as a melee. That does speed things up, but I wouldn't really stress those items. Now, in the next part, I will talk about the route to take. So the first thing I want to show here is an absolutely insane area. I found this on a YouTube video from someone called Nick Games. I've just adapted the route slightly so that it's more efficient. I basically get the level in half the time he does. But like all credit goes to him, he found this. It's super OP. So you'll see that I basically get 60 to 61 in under 6 minutes. I expect this to get fully nerfed.
not ready.
So currently on the beta, this portal to Valdrakken, next to the Orbos one, it doesn't actually work. So if this portal still doesn't work on launch for your alts after doing the main story on your main, you want to take the boat. Obviously if the portal works, you just go straight to Valdrakken and skip this first part. But so you would take this boat, and then there's two ways to kind of skip the length of the boat. The first one is the quickest one, but might be fixed. And I'll update that in the comment if it is fixed. And that is just you jump off the boat into the water as soon as you get out of the loading screen. This will just teleport you. If that doesn't work, because you have dragon riding unlocked for your alt, you can just dragon ride off. But you'll see this will port you. Sometimes it's a bit slow, which is a bit scary. But then what you would do is these first 3 quests here. And in this area you have 2 bonus objectives. So one here on the map in this cave. The key thing is these bonus objectives give quite a lot of XP. So you get XP 2k, 2.5 plus 12.4 from the quest. And there's 2 in this area. One on like the Alliance side and then one on the Horde side. But when you're leveling alts, this area is kind of gonna get deserted. It's just on launch night that will be heavily contested. The second bonus objective is in a cave here. It's this frog. And after these 2 bonus objectives, you just complete these 3 quests in the town. In this first town, when you turn in those 3 quests, you can take the Aiding the Accord weekly quest from this emissary, and you would also pick up enchanting and tailoring enchanting is here, tailoring is here, just because, as I mentioned in previous videos, crafting really helps with leveling, and tailoring and enchanting you can basically do and collect the resources without losing any time really. Once you get to Valdrakken, you can either fly up directly here or enter this building and take a portal up, but with the 6 vigor, like, it's super easy to just fly to the top. You would take the main quest here, and you would complete this main quest and 2 side quest areas. Now the key ones to do is these in the town, but I won't actually show you how to do them just because I want to keep the video brief. But then there are 2 side quest hubs that are super good to do XP wise. So I'll just fly to the first one. And the first one starts here. I'll put the coordinate as well in the map, so 40-50. It's hot springs, and then it gives you some side quests here in this area. And then after that you would go here on the map to do these Garden of Unity side quests. You would complete all the side quests. There's also 2 bonus objectives in this area, which again give really good XP. And then after completing these side quests, you would just continue up here, which is going to be the first part of the main quest. And that's going to start right here at this guy, but obviously you need to have completed these 2 main quests here that I just picked up at the start of this video. After doing this main quest area, you return to Valdrakken and you follow the main quest straight to this time walker area, and you do the first few main quests. And the reason why you do that is the first chain is going to give you quests in this particular area. And these items you can click here, they give like 8k XP each time you click them, and there's 8 of these, so it's or even 10 of these, so it's super good XP. You have like 3 quests in this area, and you can combine it with that bonus objective. Now once you finish that area and turn the quests in here at Chromie, then you actually stop, because after that this area is not so good, and you would hardstone back to Valdrakken. So after hardstoning, you want to do some side quests in the second zone before basically doing the final bit of your leveling in the third zone. Now, the first thing you want to do is fly to Timberstep Outpost, and there's a super nice side quest start that you can take there. The nice thing is, because of all of this figure, you're very quick. It's this center here that you take. And that's gonna tell you to go here, to go to Kassar, and then you do the side quest chains over there. After you finish this, it's gonna tell you to go back to this area to do the final turn-in, and then you would fly to Emberwatch. And this is where you would start the quest chain for Emberwatch. It's like a little bit above of the flight path. It's a really nice area because there's a ton of mobs here to kill. It's very quick quests, and there's a bonus objective here. After you finish this, you finish it at Emberwatch. And then from here in Emberwatch, you would go either to the Fields of Ferocity, which is like the Ring of Blood area of the Dragonflight expansion. But that area is super bad if there are other people there. So if other people are there, I wouldn't do it. And after that elite, you fly to this town to start the Azure Span main quest line. The reason why you want to start this quest line is because the quest line is actually pretty good, because there are some really nice main quests, but also you can do this elite quest here, which is very good, but you need to do this main quest part to unlock it. So you talk to this guy, and that unlocks this quest, which is just like a wanted poster really. Again, 40k to just kill this guy here right behind the tree. Now after this you get to Camp Antonidas, and you just follow the main quest, but at the point where it's going to tell you to go to the Azure Archives, instead you go to the first side quest area, and you complete side quests on the right side of the map before doing the Azure archives. So there are a ton of side quests in the Azure Span, and the first one you would do is here for the Tuskars. After completing these Tuskar quests, you can move down here for the Spider area quests. They're also really quick. There's a ton of mobs, and it's many quests at the same time, and you can pick them up right here. I'll also have a figure with like the area of each side quest area and the waypoints for that. After finishing those spider side quests, then you would go to Camp Nowhere. Now, one of the benefits is that maybe you will have met Hamet Nessingwary near Camp Antonidas, which means you have some additional elite quests to turn in here at Camp Nowhere. But in addition to that, there are two main quest lines here. Well, side quest lines, sorry. It's that one for the Furbolgs, and then this one here. They're both very quick chains, very close together, so you'd have Tudor Runes and the Furbolg chain here. Now, after doing these chains, you have a lot of chains here as well, and the reason why you want to do the right side first is because it gives you additional quests to do at the left side of the map, where you will have to go and end up anyway. If you do the left side first, those quests here are gonna tell you to go back there, which is horribly inefficient. The next quest chain that you would do after finishing these Camp Nowhere quests is here on the map. Again, really good chains, very quick to do. And after that chain, you would go here on the map to talk to this guy, which starts another chain to do in this area. Here in Terron's Watch, on the top right of the map, you have the final few quests to do on this side of the map. You finish this area, and then you would Hearthstone back to Camp Antonidas after that. One of the very nice things about this area is, again, you have like this gunshoes trick where you can slow walk and you can just gunshoes to each of these, click them, and that makes this first quest very quick. After Hearthstoning to Camp Antonidas, you would go to the Azure archives and follow the main quest line. It's gonna tell you to fly back to Camp Antonidas. Don't take the Flight Master, just use your Vigor to go back. That's gonna be way quicker. Once you get here, I would say that the side quests that you'll have in Camp Antonidas aren't that good. So I would skip those and then just follow the main campaign quest along this road. You're gonna have a lot of main campaign quests that you follow, and then in this next part I'll show which side quests you want to do in this area of the map. During the main quest, you're gonna end up here at this space where you have to click on 4 corpses. After clicking on those corpses, what you want to do is fly over here and kill a bonus objective. This guy here. And then after that, you're going to have a quest here with a guy that's hidden in here, this Farsec guy, who's gonna tell you to go over a couple of rings. That's one of those quests that you've only unlocked from doing these side quests on the right side first. After doing this quest, you want to talk to the campaign guy here to start RP, and then fly up to the town at the top right here, where you do the side quests there. After finishing those side quests, from this town, you will then want to fly here to the next side quest area. This is one of the best areas to quest in, but it's highly dense with mobs, so it can be a bit tricky when you're solo leveling. But I would still recommend to do it, especially if you're geared. It's very, very good. If you're not very geared, then you probably don't want to do that area. This is where this first quest chain starts, at this guy in the water. It's a super good area. You have like 8 or 9 quests, I think, in this area. And after finishing this, you want to go back to the main campaign. So the main campaign will be roughly here, where you will have a bonus objective. You just do all of the key quests here, and then after you finish it, you will finish in this cave. From this cave, what you want to do is, like, it kind of bugs out. It will either tell you to go to Calegos on the road or in Escara, but in any case, next to this road is a bonus objective that you quickly want to kill. This guy here gives quite a bit of XP. After that, you want to go to Escara. In Iskara, you want to do the main quest, but also all of the side quests because they're very quick. One side quest is going to tell you to go here to talk to a little guy, like it takes a few seconds and it gives quite a good amount of XP. The other thing you really want to do here is an elite quest where you have to kill a big guy here. If you're not very geared, you might want to do that in a group. But if you have like mythic gear and you're around level 67 or less, that's very easy to do that particular mob. After doing all the quests in the Iskara area, you're going to have side quests here that are again super efficient to do. It's a lot of chains that kind of follow up. You can do them along this line. Now, because you did the right hand side first, you're also going to have a quest that's very quick on this little island here, where you just have to kill one guy and then come back. Once you're finished with this, if you have your Hearthstone back, you want to Hearthstone back to Camp Antonidas. And if you don't have your Hearthstone, you just fly to the Azure Archives to continue the campaign. I think that's where you will basically ding, but depending on war mode, you might finish the campaign here on the top right side. So after finishing the main campaign, it's going to tell you to go to Ronin's Shield and then tell you to go talk to Khadgar over here. Now over here is a bonus objective that you really want to kill because it gives a lot of XP again. It's this elemental. Now the key thing to say is that this route, it will change a little bit depending on the amount of war mode you have. If you have 20% war mode, then you will have to do far fewer quests. In that case, I wouldn't really do this right side and just focus here on the campaign and do this left side of the map. The left side of the map is extremely good. It's the best XP per area in the entire expansion, I would say. If you do only have 10% war mode or don't want to play with war mode, then obviously I would follow this route that I've suggested here. At launch, I will also be doing a run so that I can have an entire VOD of this questing route. I am pretty sure that I can ding in 2 hours 30, just leveling completely solo following this route.